Welcome. I am Crime Queen, and if you are joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we have fun with words and numbers, numerology to be precise. This is where we are actualizing self-love with the use of scripture verses or scripture texts, let's say, and with uncovering and really getting intuitive messages as to their meanings, and this is really an exciting journey. Basically, we have unpacked the essence of most of the essence. Really, when you get the god of or goddess, you get everything. And so we have got the goddess of which is Mother Eve, and also we have got the name or function, the function we should say, apart from Eve for evening, or everything, or everywhere, or everyone, um, every knowing. Yeah, we've got the said God. So Eve is really the said God. So I'm announcing this, and we have really like deconstruct the name of the said God. Let's switch this slide on, get some more. Yeah. So the said God is really Eve, and we have got the sad realization that she had been turned. It's as if turning upside down or inside out or whichever way it was. This would be AIDS. Now, the AIDS is really said when we put the S at the end. So basically, we say it's synonymous with said, AIDS and said. Now, we also, in deconstructing the name, word, this is a thing, we could say it's a name or function. Let's use it as function because God, the function of speech, is Eve. She's the one who says, let us make man in our own image. Let us um, let the waters, because she knows about the waters. She knows about when the water breaks. She knows about that. Now that's the thing. I was reading Job, I think it's of chapter 32 today, and I was just browsing through it, and I think it is chapter 32, and I'm going to go through this. It's like there was a point where it says, and where was you when the waters were gushing and the gates had been shut? It's like the womb. It's like saying, where was you when you was birthed? These are the questions that Mother Eve is trying to get us back into that near that gateway so we can remember who we are. Now, isn't that delicious? Mother Eve really wants us to remember who we are. And now I am really believing that Mother Eve was really the one who was very instrumental in the story of Job. Of course, Mother Eve is in everything, but we will see the transparency when we delve into the story of Job again, because I have done that once before and notice that the name Job equals 9. Now, 9 is really where we are to break through or break free, like it's the 8, because the God said, of course, there's 5 because that's central. That's where Mother Eve is. Said is 6. Now, 6 is 9 also. Ah, of course. Now, that is interesting. Let us see this. 9. When we write the word 9, I have a splendid memory. This is 5, and the fives are talking about Mother Eve. And there is the 9 here. So this is 19, 20, 24. So 24 is 6. So basically, Mother Eve is 6 and she's also 9 right there. Now 6 plus 9, this is 6 plus 9 would be 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. And we see that this is this is how it all goes in that cycle. It's that spiral. So we also have done the numerical value for the word sad because Mother Eve is sad. Her signature, her voice, it's like the 6 is really the sex. She's not really enjoying this sex session right now. It is sad. She is not in that, although she's still saying calm. She's still saying come, but I want you to open your eyes. Now, the eye we say is the third eye, which corresponds with the um, third letter. The third letter in said is also um, it's also 9, and it's also I. It is an I. It is an I. We also see the reverse to this, which is Mother Eve is very, very clever. I love her. So basically, the 9 is also Mother Eve in reverse or reflecting, because there we have two fives here, and we have the 9. The I is in the reverse position, so it's 4 letters here and 4 letters here, which forms 8. Now, as I say, Mother Eve is all about 8 as well. So here we have 8 entries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 entries. And it's the ninth which is the I. Of course, the I is where she says the I is where we birth that newness. It's the cycle, the end of the cycle. And it's the I. Mother Eve wants us to really focus on the I, which is of the third position. Now here I see the strong significance with the number 3 as well, being in that third position, because like for instance where we have had the word make equals 3. So it's like she's saying, make an effort, make a decision, make something to be able to be enlightened. And there is so much. So the basis, let's continue on sad. So we see how 9 is 6. Oh, I need it. Sometimes it feels like I need a whole room to and a huge board to really just splash out. The energy and insights are so much that it feels like I just want it. It feels like if you had paint and you just want to throw it on the board. It's like that thrust of energy that is seeking to unravel. That's what Mother Eve, and I think that is, it's funny I should say that. It feels, wow, that's what is going on with Mother Eve now. She's not happy. She's not happy. And she just, that the frustration is there. The frustration is there. She wants to just get ooze out that energy. There is so much love she's wanting to give, but people are not ready to receive it, and that makes her unhappy. That's why she's sad. People are not ready. People not are not ready to be healed, and she's saying it's time. When are you gonna come? When are you going to um come and partake of my goodness, my kindness? Okay. Now so back to the words we have seen, of course, there we are with in, which is central again to the first word in the Bible, in the beginning. Beginning is 9, beginning equals 9. So we see Mother Eve is very central in this here with these fives, 3 fives are 15. Now let's look at these 3 fives. This is 3 fives here. This is the column for fives here. So the new is right there, right here. Um, so it's like just trying to see nen, that would be nen, whatever nen means. Like we say nen. That's how I used to call my gran, nen. So, but this is interesting. So if we take off the I here, we have nen, nen. So nen is calling us. Nen is calling us. Wow. But it is just really amazing. It's really an amazing mother we have. The most amazing that you could ever know. Because, of course, she is on the eighth cycle. Now, eight is so symbolical. It is that number that is set. Now, when you have eight eights, that's for it's 32, that's 64. Wow. This is amazing because 64 is really a number that is one of my personal numbers. Okay, so did I get that right? Oh, it's 32. Yeah, 64. Okay, I have to split it down sometimes. Okay, so, 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 aha. So basically, 6 plus 4 is 10, and, oh my, 6 plus 4 is 10, and that is the reverse to the word sacrifice. Sacrifice is 46. So this is why I also said this. Wow. I also said this, that sacrifice, although it is 46, it is also 9. It is that 9 number. Okay. Which I had shown this. All right. Now, I really want to expand on. Wow. I'm trying to get hold of where I got this 46 now, and because it's when it flows like this, it's just so delicious. It's the eight eights. So let's so Mother Eve is so present in the sacrifice. This is what I am talking about. The eight. Let there be here. The eight entries here, and on the eighth. So this is what I'm talking about. So it's eight eights. The eighth and so eight eights, 48. Eight. Just to recap. So I'm saying this is where things are tied. This is a new era for us. We are the new Exodus. We this let us make man had been a new Exodus, and it's the eighth one, and it's so eight is really it's like it's been tied together. I just have this image of just having eights on top of eights, and I also have this. Wow, I also have this in my book, the second volume, where I was seeing, I had this vision of eights, no, eights on top of eights, and in just eights on top of eights. It was very clear. I don't call it a vision because it was something that I experienced in when I went to the river in St. Lucia, and I was able to. It's the spirit had called me, and it's the quickest poem that I ever wrote, and I was so inspired. So I saw all of those things. They were very. It was an experience, very visible. Okay, so that is really very profound. Okay, back to said, because we could sort of get to wrapping said. So we know 9 I'd just like to make a note to remember, because everything I have done really ties in very well with each other, even if we hadn't seen this point before. But it's really that remembering, and of course, to have this in a way that I can really link things together. Because sometimes when I go over a video, I think, oh, it reminds me that I have done this, and it'd be nice to be able to link them, which is something I am going to learn to do. So there's another thing I saw as well. There's ID. This is what we use. It's like saying this is as ID. The I and the D, your identification. The abbreviation for your identification is actually right here. And in the said, then we have AS. So AS is like saying as your ID, as ID. Or could Mother Eve be saying as I did? There's another thing. She's saying as I did, meaning her, as I did. Then that would be two eyes, of course. But the words are talking to us. Mother Eve is talking to us because she is the Word, and everything that we know comes through her. Everything that we hear comes through her. It's only that we need to know when we are meant to be listening, because there's another thing. We might have heard something today and don't apply it, and then want to apply it in next 2 years time, when it might not be applicable anymore or appropriate anymore, and then we have to relearn and unlearn. So it's vital that we pay attention. So that was the word as, which is very significant. These are 1 1, as we have seen, that coincides with that 11, which is Jesus, and in the middle of Mother Eve as well, where Mother Eve is 5 and also 6, with the God said. The God said, now I think 5 and, well, there's 5 here, and there's another place we had the 6. Of course, we can see 6 here for the 9 as well, but I have shown it on other presentations. So basically, we have, it's like the word said has so much in it. It points us to our ID. Find our ID. Find out who you are. This is the ID. SAID. Find out about your ID. And there's always also the other word, which is IS. IS is. And there is also the other abbreviation, which coincides with, I don't know how to say this, but I think it's before Christ. Okay, so but basically it's like telling us we can go way beyond to find our ID. If we don't find it there, go beyond, because the stories have been distorted. So I think there is such a lot from that word said. Perhaps I would have never really taken the time to look at the word said in such a constructive way. And we have to deconstruct before we can see this is what the creation is about. Because it's a reaction. The word created is reactive. So there we have these. There's so much in that word said, and nothing is just by chance. So I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you have found it insightful. Please like and subscribe and share, and thank you as well for taking your time to watch this. Let's be, of course, supportive to one another the best we can, and be on this journey because it's a journey of actualizing self-full love. Stay blissful, stay. If you stay, you become, let's say, be blissful, 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 meaning be filled, and just be of self-loving and self-nurturing, ensuring that we have enough to just spill over with love. Thank you.